So as we come to the end of 2023, it's an opportunity for us to reflect on everything that's happened during the past year and to consider the opportunities and potential for 2024. But spending just a few moments to look back, it was an incredible year for the Institute. We've continued to grow and to develop, to raise our profile and have an impact for members and the wider trading community. We opened our offices in Nairobi in Kenya. We opened our office in Brussels, leading with our engagement with both the Commission and the Parliament. We've got a new team member focused on Hong Kong, servicing Southeast Asia. And of course, we've got our presence in the Caribbean, as well as the work that we do within the United Kingdom. We've continued to grow our talent and attract brilliant people to the Institute, with a headcount now of 185 people spanning the globe from every sector, every industry. And it's clear there's a huge appetite of converting the huge potential the Institute has generated over the past 18 months into real practical support for businesses, for our members and the trading community more generally throughout the course of 2024. It's been an important year. Throughout the course of the year, we've seen the UK accede to CPTPP and to confirm new free trade agreements, the ongoing negotiations with regards to India, the signing of memorandum of understandings with US states, and the commencement of wider conversations, particularly with regards to nations like Switzerland, with regards to our partnerships and trade developments. All of that activity has required the Institute to play an important role, both to support and inform government with regards to what business needs, but also to support businesses to understand how they can take advantages of the new trading regime. Throughout the course of this year, the Institute was at the very forefront of some of the most important initiatives in preparing UK businesses for the future of international trade. There was the passage of the E-Trade Documents Act, which has come into law now, and that provides a platform for the full digitisation of international trade documents. This year, the Institute ran a pilot for the UK Cabinet Office for digital trade corridors, the ecosystem of trust pilots. The summary report by Cabinet Office showed that the Institute's digital trade corridor increased speed by over 30% and profitability by over 40%. That's a huge additional benefit, not just for UK businesses, but for the nations with which we were trading. And in this instance, it was in Kenya, trading tea, coffee, and cut flowers. So you're talking about producers in Kenya who are benefiting because of the UK having a digital trade platform and approach. And when we're talking about introduction of new systems, new processes, the Border Target Operating Model was finally published, and we've got a clear timetable now through 2024 of what the rollout of that innovative new approach will mean. In the middle of the year, with the support of the Secretary of State, Kemi Badenoch, and the Exports Minister, Lord Offord, we launched the E-Commerce Trade Commission to bring together the key e-commerce platforms and marketplaces to see how they can be really driving forward the engagement from UK MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises, to use the e-market platforms as their route to exports. And the commission is a 2-year commission. We will be publishing an interim report in the middle of 2024, final report in 2025, and it'll be very much action-based. It's bringing together the marketplaces to collaborate, to support UK businesses and to grow their essential cross-border international trade. We hosted MemberCon, again a huge success, an opportunity for the Institute members to come together and to inform the Institute on the key issues that they face across the UK and indeed internationally. Later in the year, we held the inaugural Import-Export show, and we were delighted to have support of the UK government and of key officials and leading businesses came together, and the feedback was absolutely astounding. It was a brilliant day, packed, brimful of fizzing ideas, thoughts as to how UK businesses grow and build their international trade. Now, looking forward to 2024, of course, it's likely that there'll be a UK general election, and we are working hard across the political spectrum to ensure that the views and opinions of Institute members are heard and that the wider issues affecting UK businesses are understood by key decision makers, the politicians and officials. And it's a great source of pleasure to me as Director General of the Institute, but to the team more generally, that we are actively now working with key government departments on the regulatory reform that will provide the platform for UK businesses to really seize the opportunities of international trade. We, in the course of next year, will be issuing a number of reports and research in international trade to ensure that both here and in the EU specifically, there is an understanding of how we can get to a better, more compliant trade relationship with less friction. And next year, 60% of the world's population will be going to the polls. You've got elections in the United States, elections in the UK, elections in the EU and a new commission, and elections in India. And at a time when the traditional diplomatic relationships are faced with tectonic pressures of geopolitics, it's really important that the Institute, our members and business more generally are represented to ensure a long-term approach to the challenges that businesses face. So it's been a really busy, successful year for the Institute through 2023, and 2024 looks like it's going to be even busier, with even greater potential for the Institute to play an important role in defining the future of international trade.